Thank you.
Okay, good afternoon, KW South Bay. How's everyone doing today? Awesome. Well, thank you very, very much for being here. I just lowered the temperatures a little warm in here for me. So when I'm usually up here, I get hot. So if it's a little chilly, I apologize. It's a disclaimer. I have to keep it nice and cool in here. So welcome again. We'll go ahead and get started. Everyone knows today is the official 9/11. So, and contribute, I wanted to play a very short little video and just a moment of silence right after. So let's go ahead and get started. Next slide, please. Okay, thank you. Where were you on September 11th? Anyone?
I was
Mimi.
in Orlando, and I was a flight attendant, so it was a very bad time for us because we didn't know what planes were going in there. When I landed in Orlando that morning, they told us to turn our TVs on, and we were stuck there for 4 days. People that were closer to their home bases, they rented cars and drove home. I wasn't gonna drive from Orlando to LA, so I stayed there, but it was we've never experienced anything like that.
Yeah.
It affected everyone. I was in Milan.
Milan.
Got the airport.
Yes.
It was international emergency. They didn't let me go to Middle East.
Yeah.
Stop there. They took us to a hotel. Everything they could. I don't think.
Yeah, it was a crazy day for sure. Someone had their hands. Fred.
I was actually working for the airlines too.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I just got and was about to go sleep. And heard my wife yell from downstairs. And, it's still emotional to think about, what happened then. Even though it was 23 years ago, it seems like it was just yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's still a very vivid memory for a lot of us. Yeah, I do remember, this time 23 years ago. And at first I thought it was an accident. I really thought it was an accident. And I didn't think it was an airline plane that hit one of the Twin Towers. I really thought that it was a small plane until we started seeing the news and we started seeing. And then when the second plane hit the second tower, it's like, wow, that's when we started thinking about, terrorist attack. And then, at the Pentagon too, right? And it's like, holy moly, we're definitely in a war. And it's just everything stopped. And I remember listening to and watching different documentaries about the events that led to, during, and the aftermath, right? And how everyone, all Americans, got together. And New York has never been the same. There's still a piece of us that was left back in 2001. So, I can't believe it's been 23 years since this tragic event happened. God bless all of the families that have lost people and the people that unfortunately got to experience it firsthand there in New York as the buildings were coming down. I just can't imagine. So, very tragic. And it's something for the rest of our lives that is going to be part of history. So I just wanted to share this with you. It is September 11th, so an honor of 9/11. So awesome.
You did a beautiful job for those you haven't been to the memorial there in New York.
Yeah, if you haven't experienced, thank you. I
Two things in the same day.
Yeah.
Get your full day to that.
Absolutely. Yeah, I got the privilege to go about 4 or 5 years ago to New York, Manhattan, and that was one of the first things I wanted to see. And it's an emotional thing. It is a museum, it's a memorial, but it's still emotional. And when you're going down into the bottom where the two infrastructures of the Twin Towers, it's a very eerie feeling. But it stands the time of how efficiently, quickly Americans got together and, revamped it, Manhattan. But I encourage all of you, if you have not gone to the memorial, It's an amazing building, and it's so quick to get you to the very top. Within seconds, you're already 84 floors up. And it's an impressive building, but the way they go through the motions of opening it up, it's like a roller coaster ride. And it's scary. And I'll be the first to admit, I do not like being so high. And and then the winds of New York, you feel like the building is moving. It's like, oh gosh, I want to get down.
I visited there.
Yeah.
That's
With the waterfall, the names, it's just,
all the names.
yeah, it's very sad, but it's a great experience that if you ever in New York, please make sure to visit the memorial. So. Yes, please, please. Nat, if you can mute people, please.
But my husband's childhood pack of boys, you know, how the boys, everything grow up with a pack. So his best friends growing up was in Tower 2.
Oh, my God.
And so he passed, and so I didn't know him, but the first time I was going out there, my brother was dying to visit him, and he asked me to go to the memorial. And lay rose on his friend's name. And I get out of taxi in New York City, I don't know this town, and I literally just got in my taxi, followed the crowd to where the memorial was, and I had an appointment to see the museum. And I literally walked up to the wall. There's 2 towers, right? I had no idea where I was. And I looked down and his name was right there.
No way.
And it was one of the most incredible moments of my life because I didn't know him, but like my husband said, can you go put a rose on Brandon's name? And I literally walked up to just a random spot and his name was within reach. So it is it'll change your life, that museum, and spend the day. Don't try to do 2 activities in New York City like we try to do. It's very busy realtors.
Yeah.
But anyway, I just want to share that story because
Wonderful.
so thank you to for this.
Yeah,
because-
absolutely. Of course. Awesome. Yeah, it still resonates with me tremendously. All right, let's continue our mission and our beliefs to provide agents with a place where they will be empowered, trained, and motivated to experience growth, wealth, and a legacy that allows them to live their best life possible. Our belief and the values of your own company align with your own beliefs. You know, you found your professional home, and our vision to achieve amazing professionals and personal development so that KW South Bay remains the agency of choice. Yes. All right, let's get started. Next slide, please. Let's thank our beloved Carrie. The Fidelity Home Warranty, please come up. Yes. Thank you for providing us with lunch as well. So thank you. Take it away. Love the address.
Thank you. I almost didn't get it, and I get a lot of compliments on it because I was afraid it was too young for my actual age.
Kind of reminds me back in the 60s a little bit. Yeah.
So Carrie, Fidelity National Home Warranty. Hi, everybody. It's a full house. I just want to say congratulations to Simon. There's
thank you.
been so much activity. We all see the social media posts every day. There's another one. So it's going to be really fun to see this, the energy, which is so exciting. So I work with Susie Pelshaw. We're partners, and we're here to provide you the best customer service possible. You know, home warranty is just a small part of everything you do. And there's so many changes. The good news is that Fidelity Home Warranty hasn't changed a thing. So there's nothing new to have to worry about. But what we wanted to Susie and I to do is to provide you an extra level of service because you're so busy and you have so much on your plate. To give you more time to focus on your transaction and your clients and then keep your clients happy. So one thing we really love to do is once you're in escrow, and I've said this a couple of times, so if I'm repeating myself, it's another way to ask for the business because that's what we all have to do every day, right? Same with me, is when you're talking to your clients about home warranty, one thing you can do is say, hi, you know, I have Carrie Henry and Susie Pelshaw. I'm going to put you in touch with them and they're going to explain home warranty to you. And what I love to do is kind of a passion of mine is to talk to your clients. First of all, I'm going to make you a hero at how you negotiated in the contract for their home warranty. And then I'm going to tell them exactly how home warranty works, how, what to expect, which is really important because we don't know, and then how to place a claim. And that sets them up for success and saves you time and makes your clients really happy that you're saving them money. Who wants a reason to call their past buyers this year? Yeah.
All of us.
All of us do.
We should.
So, one wonderful thing is, it's that time of year again, it's the HVAC tune-up time. And that's part of our 2 most comprehensive plans. So it's included for your clients. And basically they have someone come out and they can tune up their heating system for this coming year. It's only available September 1st through November 1st. So it's a great way to say, hey, you know, you have your home warranty. We want to remind you that this is a great time to have your heater checked out. And they do a huge diagnostic. The vendor does a huge diagnostic on that so that they're prepared for their heater to be working efficiently when it's that time to turn it on, which is usually right around Halloween. So please, I'm going to stay. If you have any questions, please come over and talk to me. I love the opportunity to work with you. So, and Susie as well. So thank you so much.
Beautiful, Carrie. Thank you so much. They have a very pretty comprehensive plan. So please, I would encourage you, please use our affiliates. They're there to support you in your business. And it's a segue and a conversational piece with your clients as well. All right, cool. Thank you again, Carrie, for lunch. All right, next slide, please. All right, save the date. It's our chili cook-off event Wednesday, October. Can't believe it's already October. Wow. Yeah, just around the corner. Last year's event was awesome. I think we had about 7 different chilies, and we have a competition with it. So if you're interested, we'd love to taste your chili. Again, Wednesday, October 9, following the team meeting. So let's participate. Let Natalie know so we can enter you into the sign up in the contest and potluck. Some of the ideas: baked potatoes, cornbread, salads, chips, tacos, and dessert. Okay, so please, this office is known for a lot of events, especially as we get closer to the holidays. One of the biggest one that we have here is our Halloween event. And guess what? I think Leatherface may come again. Yeah, so. All right, next slide. All right, just a quick reminder, the Real Estate Millionaire Playbook, okay? It's a new book that just came out. You have the Millionaire Real Estate book, and then you have the Real Estate Playbook, part 1. This is part 2, okay? This is the meat and potato to the launch of the new proven systems to move ideas to action. So there's a lot of information here: how to effectively do an open house, how to do marketing campaigns, how to use your command, how to network with how to brand yourself. Okay, this is a very cost-effective marketing tool that you can use as part of your arsenal. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to give a free copy. Okay, this copy. At the end, when we do a little quiz that I'm going to be doing in a few minutes, but someone is going to have a chance to win this playbook. Who wants this book? Yeah. Okay. So click on here. It's only $30. You'll get it shipped, and it's just a lot of value, a lot of information. But one agent is going to be lucky today. Okay. Awesome.
The first one purchased to understand this one.
I know. Well, you should get the main Millionaire Real Estate book, and then these are just supplements to the it's a continuous to the original from the early 2000s. So absolutely. All right, let's continue. Next slide, please. All right, do we have Scott LeRoy?
We do. Hey, how are you doing today?
Hey, Scott, I am doing well, my friend. Good to hear from you. Thank you so much for being here at our team meeting.
Yes, thank you for having me on here. I haven't seen that picture in a while, so that was a blast from the past. Thank you. So awesome. Well, thank you so much for having me. So my name is Scott LeRoy. I run what I call the lamest thing company of all time, Scott LeRoy Marketing, and we're really here to kind of help you with all of your technology to make your life that much easier on anything and everything. So I'm gonna flip this around real quick and share a couple of fun items that are available for y'all just to highlight everything that is available for you to use at any time. So this is the ScottLeRoyMarketing.com website. And the main place to really focus on is under this agent resources section. So once you sign in with your market center numbers, once you sign in with 446, for instance, all these items are going to populate for you. And the best part is they're all completely complimentary, just from the graciousness of the office to take advantage of them. So under this questionnaire section, you may recall filling this out when you first joined on as an agent, but we also have our existing agent questionnaire that I love to highlight. This is a great way to go through and basically say, if you were starting again today on September 11th, 2024, what does that look like? How can you help out on here? You know, what all is different to make your life a little bit easier? So I always love to highlight this because it's a great way for us to go through and just kind of spot check all the additional CADE technology that might be available now that wasn't once you were first officially brought on. So the best part is it's only 6 questions as well too. So I definitely suggest taking advantage of that today. We do have live training classes every Monday through Friday, right at 10 a.m. Pacific time. So if you want to hop on those classes and come learn with us, please feel free. So you can access that from the live webinar link, or under the training section, we have our training calendar available on here to see what classes are happening today, this week, this month, for you to partake all of them. In addition to our challenges that are available on here as well. So we have a nice little 30-day walkthrough challenge. Make sure you're using everything at your fingertips. And then even some helpful step-by-step instructions on our cheat sheets as well too. So please feel free to take advantage of all of our training aspects. And if you can't make it to the live training class, that's okay. All right, we do record all these classes, so they're all available 24/7 on our website, all alphabetically organized, but then chronologically organized, so you can access the most recent class right away on here. So please feel free to come on here and take advantage of any of them. And then, of course, if you don't want to watch like a 1-hour class on campaigns, we do have what we call our tech tips. These are typically 1 to 5 minutes on average, and they're normally just snippets of information to help you out even further. So in this case, maybe you don't want to learn all about the campaigns, but you just want to learn how to create a Facebook ad. This will help out immediately on here as well too. All right, now the one thing I love highlighting in team meetings that is available for y'all is our support section. So ScottLeRoyMarketing.com/support. All these items at the bottom of every page, please feel free to reach out to us. Think of us as an extra tech staff member in the office to make your life that much easier. So if you're having any issues, questions, concerns on any of the KDB technology, whether it's an issue with DocuSign, your database, your website, we can help out with that right away. Now, the good part is all these items that are on our website, and I started to talk about that earlier, and I accidentally gave away too much right away, but all the items on our website on here are free for y'all to use from the graciousness of the office. So this is all included just from the office directly. They're providing this for y'all to utilize. So if you want us to help you out with some of our top rated items, like creating a custom bio, importing contacts, we have specific marketing support on here. Like if you need help going through and getting a newsletter started, we can actually get our monthly newsletter that we create sent out for you. We have free templates that y'all can utilize. We have smart plan help. We have items around just getting started with all the KDB technology. So maybe you joined and you're like, I didn't really take advantage of everything right away. We can help to ensure you're using everything. We have items if you're looking to rebrand, whether you're leaving a team, creating a team, joining a team, maybe just updating your social media handles, your phone number, your email, we can help with that. And then even a section on here just around website support. So if you need help sprucing up your command website even further, we can add in a plethora of extra pages on here to make you stand out right away. And then even some non-KW command specific items that we can help to just build your business even further with some external options like a digital business card, a TinyCal account, and more items coming as well too. Now, all these items on here, just to give you a heads up, are clickable buttons. So once you select it, it'll give you a quick short form that you can fill out so we'll know exactly what you're looking for. Or once again, just feel free to reach out to us at the bottom of every page to contact us immediately. And then finally, we have some templates for y'all. So if you want to use any of our free templates that are in addition to what's available through designs, They're all through Canva and they're all free to use through Canva. So please feel free to take advantage of them. Or we have our agent concierge section. So if you have any listings and you want us to create marketing collateral for you, whether it's on a social piece, a flyer, or a postcard, we have a quick little option on here to help you out right away. So please feel free to reach out at any time and let us know how we can help out with that even further. But once again, all these items are completely complimentary for y'all. So please take advantage of everything and please feel free to reach out at any time and let us know how we can help out.
Amazing. Scott, always a pleasure to have you part of our team and to physically see you at family reunion and mega camp as well.
You as well. Yes, thank you for having me out here and excited to be part of the team.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes.
Can I thank you, Scott, for your humility. He is the most humble business owner that I have ever, with the product that he produces and what he does for KW is nothing to less than to be applauded. But thank you for your humility. Really appreciate it.
There you go, Scott. Yeah.
Thank you. And I appreciate you lying so well. So that was fantastic.
Scott, this is Natalie. I'm so excited about your new product that you just talked about. Can't wait.
Yes. For the agents that have a hard time with their DocuSign, there was a section there about setting up your DocuSign. So this is the opportunity to dive deep, high level education training from the one and only Scott LeRoy. So thank you again. Appreciate you.
Of course, thank you. Yeah, so please take advantage of everything and thank you again for letting me be part of this today.
Yes.
Question for when they.
Scott, someone has a question. Go ahead.
When they gonna start supporting my phone? Only via email because.
What's the question again?
When they gonna start supporting via phone?
The question, Scott, when are they going to start supporting phones?
Ah, good question. Yeah. So right now it's primarily still email support. We're working on getting everything back up and running on the phone side, even adding in some Zoom support options as well too. So that is something we're working on right away on here as well too.
Okay, thank you.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Awesome. Let's give Scott a round of applause. Thank you again, Scott.
Of course. Thank you.
All right, let's continue. All right, let's get Mr. Fred Howard up here. Hey, what's a good word today?
You know, before Simon's had me do something. Before I started, this young lady asked me, she said, what started you in real estate? And you know, there's a cause for everything, right? And so then we have this presentation for 911. And I realized that this was the start of my career 20 years ago. Every cause has an action, right? So I was working at United Airlines in the cargo division. And I remember for the first time, who would have thought at 36 years old, somebody would start a real estate career? I was in the cargo division. I saw them walking up to me with, guess what? My pink slip. Because just recently I dropped somebody off at the airport. I said, imagine nothing going on here and everything's silent. And so in the cargo division, nothing was going on. The airport was literally silent. And they gave me my pink slip. And I said, after I got my pink slip for the first time, I said, I'm never going to let anybody else fire me but myself. And that was the start of me getting into class to do real estate. So
amazing.
So that's my story and I'm sticking to it.
Yes.
Okay, how's everybody doing? Here's Simon, go ahead.
So I wanted to do a little different today in our team meeting, and I think it's vital and important, you know, and part of the productivity program that we have, and obviously generate opportunities, right? I thought a good conversational piece is open house invite for door knocking, right? Have you been in a position where you're hosting or you have a new listing, right? How do you generate opportunities, right? How do you generate a potential new buyer, new seller, or even an investor that's looking to invest in multifamily or a commercial building? right? So I started thinking this morning and I wanted to role play with Fred, not just because it has 22 years of experience, but he's a class act individual, humble, full of energy, and just brings a lot to the table. So I wanted to share with you some of the components that you should be doing out there when you're hosting an open house for someone else, or it's your listing, right? Here's a great opportunity for all of you to get one more person, right? So let's say you're hosting an open house this coming weekend, right? Maybe you're doing it Saturday, you're doing it maybe Sunday, or you're doing them both days. Okay, you already know the dates, you already know the times, right? Typically, open houses are usually what time in the South Bay? Typically, one of 4 is usually the norm that I see. But guess what? You set the tone on whatever you want. If you want to start early, great. If you want to start later, great. The beauty is the power and the technology that we have with the MLS, right? You can put all of that in the MLS. And now with the power of technology, people can see, 123 ABC is having an open house today from 1 to 4, right? Looks like Fred Howard is hosting this open house. Let's go and drive by, right? Now, I think last week or the week prior, we had, for sale sign company come in, right? And the importance of having your open house directionals, right? So I still believe, and I'm old school, the parameter that we should still direct people, right? Because not everyone is going to be looking at their phones, but they'll see a sign. Hey, let's turn to the right, turn to the left. Let's go check out this open house. And I'll be the first. I've been in those situations where I didn't even think of going into an open house, but because I see a sign, right? I usually go and check out the home. Okay, so keep that in mind. So here's just a way to do this, and I've heard many agents and some of the seasoned experienced agents do this, right? You should at least be hitting, and write this down if you want, at least 50 doors, minimum 50 doors from the area where you're hosting the open house. 50 doors is all I ask. And you're going to do an introduction. All right. So if the subject property is here, you're going to hit a minimum of 50 doors, right? And introduce yourself. This is a great opportunity to really go and prospect and door knock, right? Well, what do I say? Oh, here's a great opportunity. Invite them. Now, the caveat to this is that, you can do it more as a premium opportunity for only the neighbors to come in. So if you're hosting the open house from 1 to 4, make it 12 to 1 for only the neighbors. Make them feel special. Okay. So I'm going to role play with Fred. I'm going to be the agent. Fred is going to be one of the neighbors, right? So I'm going to door knock.
Hello.
Hi.
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing well. My name is Simon. I'm a local professional with Keller Williams. I wanted to introduce you. I'm going to be hosting. I'm not asking you to sell anything, by all means. But I wanted to introduce you and invite you to an open house that I'm going to be conducting this Saturday from 12 to 1. I'm inviting only the neighbors and the neighbors only 1 hour prior to the actual showing of the open house. So again, I just wanted to provide you with some information. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,500 square feet on a 5,600 lot size. The home was completely renovated about a year ago, and it's priced to sell. Here's the information. We'd love for you to be part of it if you can make it, or if you know any of your neighbors, please let them know that I'll be hosting the open house this Saturday.
Well, I just bought here 3 years ago, so.
Wonderful. And that's that was going to be my follow-up to you. You said your name is what again? Fred?
Yeah.
Okay, Fred. So what brought you into the neighborhood?
Well, my children like the neighborhood, they're children friendly, and I like the schools, so.
Okay.
And it was close to my job, so we decided to move here.
Beautiful.
And enjoying it.
Okay, and you say you've been here three years?
Uh-huh.
Where did you move from?
We moved from Bellflower.
Bellflower.
Yeah.
Okay. So the reason you moved here because of the schools and being close in proximity to work as well.
Mhm.
Okay, awesome. If you were to sell, where will you move next?
Oh, I hadn't even thought about that. I'm
Okay.
an exec at SpaceX, so,
Wonderful.
I just, want to be next to my, my business.
Okay, okay. So if you were to move, where will you move next?
That's hard to say. I'm not sure.
Okay,
I'm not sure. I never really thought about moving since we just got here.
got it, got it. Okay. Do you know of anyone that may be looking into moving into this beautiful neighborhood?
Possibly, at my job, they may be wanting to move over here also. I've been talking to some
Yeah.
people.
Well, let me give you an extra flyer, or if you can provide me with their contact information, by all means, I'll reach out and I'll introduce myself that you provided me with their contact information and an opportunity for them to move into this amazing neighborhood.
Oh, okay.
Like I said, this is a freshly new listing. It's going active this coming Saturday, so I want to get as many eyes and many showings as
So
possible.
where's this one that's being listed? Where is it?
Just around the corner on
Oh.
123 ABC Street. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah, and it's price to sell.
Why did they sell?
They're relocating. The husband is retired and they ended up buying a place out in Tennessee.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
So
Great.
we want to bring a great family into the neighborhood.
Thanks.
So yeah, love the opportunity. Again, thank you for your time. And if you can be there on Saturday, we'd love to see you there with your family.
Okay, appreciate it.
Awesome. Thank you for your time, Fred.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Thank you.
All right, cool. There it is.
And it's another opportunity to work as an agent that's knocking, because now, because of the new rules, when people come into open house, they have to sign a document. So now, remember when you used to, you would drop off a presentation or something that they could look at. Now, when you're doing it just for the neighbors, you can actually have your because now it's an assumptive close that you're doing. Before you come, make sure you fill this out so that you don't waste any time when you come into the open house. Did you catch that? It's an assumptive close, meaning before you come, not if you come, but before you come. So you're gonna leave them with whatever's required for them to walk into the open house, because no one can just walk into an open house these days, right? So with that assumptive close, you give them that. Now they, guess what? They don't have your card, they have your information. Hello. Even if they don't come, it's still there. That's what,
Yeah. And it's just a great opportunity to break the ice with the neighbors, and just as a preview, right, before the actual open house, is to invite them over. It's a great report, but it's also an opportunity to leave your information, because we don't know if they're in a position to wanting to sell their home, right? Maybe they're about to relocate. Maybe he's retiring. Maybe he got a promotion. Maybe he wants to rent out his place, right? And you might be able to lease list this. Yes,
I
sir.
was just gonna mention that, having that quick conversation opens the door to so many other follow-up questions.
Yes.
About how long he's been at SpaceX,
Right.
when is he retiring, to follow up a question on where he thinks he's gonna move, because those are questions that normally he wouldn't think of. He's just too busy making money and working and enjoying.
That's right.
But I mean, it's like, somebody that's got that good of a job. My follow-up question would then, have you ever considered buying investment property?
That's right.
A debt service loan, whether it's
Yeah.
in state or out of state. Because if you own one house, great, but if you're owning 3, 4, 5, 6, you're winning, so by the time you get to retirement, so.
That's right. Yeah. 100%. But also, another caveat, he might be an executive, right? And he may allow us to go and do a first-time home buyer for the newer generation of employees there as well, right? And that's getting your foot in. And I've seen examples where agents definitely dive deep into the conversation. And now from this conversation leads to this, to this, to this, and now you have an appointment. Okay. So it's just a great avenue and a great opportunity for ways that you can, connect with people at a very high level. So cool. Awesome. Let's give Fred a round of applause. Thank you very much. I was going to put him on the spot and say, you're going to be the agent, but I thought, let me go ahead and handle. But there's so many ways in how you can maneuver that conversation. All right, now let's go ahead and continue. Next slide, please. All right, listing pitches and buyer needs. Any upcoming listings, needs and wants? Yes, Marie.
Hi, Oh, I'm sorry.
You said Maureen.
I thought you said Maureen or Marie.
Maureen,
Okay, so I have three.
sorry.
I'm literally uploading the photos for my North Torrance listing, fully remodeled in 2018. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, but it could be 4-bedroom. My client took out a wall to expand the living space, so it just depends on how big of a living space and how many bedrooms your clients need. It's North Torrance, good location, huge backyard, 5,700 square foot lot, it's about 1,300 square feet in property. Goes on today in about 10 minutes. It's coming soon right now. Also our Eaglewood property has been on the market for a month, but the cleanest property, it's away from the traffic of Eaglewood. So it's really a great spot. I don't know why we're not getting more showings on this because it should have gone in a minute, but you know, we came on during the DNC and then the Olympics and I don't know. But if you have anybody for Inglewood, you definitely should show this property, tons of potential. Also, I have a third listing coming on. It is a very, it's long-term tenants, getting the tenants out to be able to, it actually has a possibility of 2 ADUs on it. Right now, there's a guest house, a permitted guest house would be a very easy conversion to an ADU. Plus it has 2 2-car garages, could be also separated, as you know how the city of LA is allowing you to separate properties that are detached and it's off an alley. So it's a 3-bedroom, 2 1-bath main house with a guest house and also an additional ADU could be possible. That I may be selling off market. Depending on, we're trying to get the tenants out, but my client is very stressed out. She's open to selling it off market and it will be a bargain, so see me after this meeting if you have anybody. But you know, we have a 22-year tenant, you know how fun it is to get those out of that. But she's done a cash for keys, so now we just need her action. Right, yeah, so, and then I may have another one in Westchester too, gotta have the Westchester, that one's in Westchester. And a great part, west of PCH or Sokola, so it's a great location.
They agreed to the complications.
The one that needed to did, the other one's gonna get that, notice, and that's a single family with a guest house, and the guest house person is inside that. And the front house we're doing this weekend.
Oh.
The first convention is on MLS right now, or is
It's
it?
coming soon right now, but I'd love to see all of you at brokers. If you all come, I promise to feed you. Otherwise, you're gonna get nutritional bars because I'm very into nutrition right now. So if y'all come, I'll feed you.
Awesome.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Anyone else?
Oh, I'm sorry. Torrance, North Torrance is $1,025,000. So I think it's a little under where it should go. He just wanted to, you know, go fast. Eaglewood is $979, and the bargain in Westchester, 1, 2 or less.
Concession?
Huh?
The seller of concession?
All are entertaining buyer wait, what are we not calling them? What are we calling them now? Concessions?
Just yes or no?
It is a fair question.
Concession, compensation, but we don't have commission. All of them will, 2 or better.
Yeah, awesome. Yes.
I have a triplex in North Long Beach. It's we're listing at about $790 and it's not on the market yet. So it should be on by next week. So it's one has 2 bedrooms and the other 2 are one bath.
Beautiful.
It's fully occupied. North Long Beach,
What's the asking?
$790.
$790. Okay, awesome.
2-in-1 and 2 1-in-1s.
Two.
1 2-bedroom, 1 bath.
Yeah.
2 1-bedroom, 1 bath.
Yeah.
All tenant occupied or
Yeah.
tenant? Okay, awesome. Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. Okay.
Do you know how much they're paying in rent?
Yes, it's it's 5170 is the total.
5,057.
5,170, the 2-bedroom is 2,500, one One of the one bedrooms is 1,300, the other is 1,339.
That won't count.
Yeah, good, awesome.
We'll go to water.
Good. Anyone else? All right, well, let's go ahead and continue. All right, next slide, Nat. Let's go ahead and get the quiz going on that. Do you have that link? Or if you want. Okay, beautiful. All right, please make sure, get your phones out. Can you play the music too on that? Make sure to get your phones out and scan if you want to participate and win the playbook, okay? So it's going to be a CRMLS compliance quiz. Get your phones out, put in the code 279338. We need some players, let's go. If you need to come up here, please come up here. All right, we got Robin, awesome. Who else? I don't hear the music, so I'm not sure. All right, we got Kevin, we got Fred. All right, keep it going, keep it going. Thomas is still ahead, 186 points. Congrats. Let's continue.
Simon, I can't play the music and have people hear what you're saying.
Got it. My seller has directed me to lower the price on his listing by $10,000. I've never lowered the price on a listing before. Is there anything special that I need to do on that adjustment on the price on the MLS? Next one. All right. Is it A, should you complete the appropriate document and obtain the seller's signature to secure written authorization, granting authorization to reduce the listing? B, none of the above. You should immediately go into the MLS and adjust the price as requested by the seller. Should disagree, but keep the list price as is. The answer is A. You need to have a written agreement, right? The modification of terms. If you're doing any modifications to the price. All right. It didn't get uploaded, but I'm going to give you this one, right? So on the purchase agreement under section G3, okay, on the purchase agreement, what is the form used for the purpose of compensation? Is it A? Is it the BRBC? Is it B, the SPBB form? Is it C, the TDS? Or is it D, you don't know?
B.
The answer is B, yes, it's the SPBB form. When requesting compensation from the listing side and the seller, obviously you need to have a buyer representation agreement, right? That secures the agreement that you have with the buyer, that the request of compensation comes from you submitting the offer with the request of compensation, and you'll utilize the SPBB form, okay? Surprisingly, we still have a lot of agents that do not know the answer to that. They'll reach out and say, what form for compensation? Do we put it on the contract? The answer is yes, by checking off G3 of the RPA, okay? That populates the additional form, the SPB form, requesting compensation. Are we all clear on that? All right. So let me ask you this one final question, and then we'll move on. Is on the buyer representation agreement, and because I have Maria here, is, let's just say that you submitted your request of compensation, right? And you have a 3% on the buyer representation agreement, right? From the buyer, that the buyer is honoring 3%, right? Now you go to the seller and the listing agent, and the listing agent says, look, I cannot do 3%, but I'm willing to give you 2.5%, right? And that's in writing, you have it, your offer got accepted, right? Now you still have that lingering 0.5%, right? Is the buyer responsible to pay you the difference of that commission?
No.
Okay, how many say no? How many say yes? How many say you don't know? Okay, I'll repeat the question, okay? You have a BRBC, you have a buyer representation agreement with a 3% fee that the buyer is going to pay you 3%. You submit your offer, okay, with the SPB form, and the offer comes back as a counter offering you 2.5%. That 0.5% that's still lingering, is the buyer responsible to pay you the difference? Is the answer yes? Is the answer no? Or is the answer you don't know?
Yes.
Yes? Okay, the answer is yeah. The buyer is responsible to pay you the difference. So when you go into escrow, you got to let escrow know that the buyer is going to come in with the additional funds in order to secure the compensation of 2.5 and the half a percent from the buyer. Yes, Brad?
Do they have to?
They don't have to. You can offset that if you choose to. That's your discretion. That's a very good point, because you can say, look, I'm already getting 2.5%. So in theory, you can, and you have that option to say, I'm okay with the 2.5. I will squash it. You don't have to come in with the difference.
But it needs to be put in writing,
Yeah.
because per the contract itself.
Yeah.
The contract states if you only go by the written agreed contract, okay, buyer is liable for the difference of that
Yeah.
0.5%. So there have to be an additional agreement between agent and buyer. Buyer, agent and buyer now agree compensation to buyer's agent will now be 2.5%.
Okay, and the question here, what form do you use for that?
That since escrow is the one we're doing an addendum to escrow, letting them know, no?
Mm-mm. This is even before you even go into escrow, because then you're going to have a different conversation.
No, wait a minute. No, I'm saying,
If you know, okay, let me pause you. If you know you're not going to charge the additional percentage to the buyer, right? Before you open escrow, so that way you're not bouncing back and forth. The proper document, it's the modification of the buyer representation agreement, now reducing it from 3% to 2.5%. So that way, when escrow asks, they may ask a copy of the 4th page of the BRBC. It reflects the 2.5 that you're okay with.
so what I'm saying is a situation, I'm making an offer, I'm on my buyer representation agreement, it's 3%. But then when I make the offer to the other agent, they're offering, no, it's 2.5%. I'm making the offer to the other side, the seller is agreeing to a concession of 3%. Okay?
Mhm.
So now I don't know that to make that adjustment until they actually accept the offer.
Correct.
Once they accept the offer.
Right.
Then I have to adjust that with escrow, saying that we're going to,
Modify.
we're gonna modify it to 2.5%.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, I have
Good
a
question.
question.
Yes.
Sorry, since I'm here. I had an agent tell me that they're not gonna give me the entire BRBC. That's the one that's 5 pages, right? BRBC's 5 pages.
Yes.
So they told me they're only gonna give me the 5th page because they're saying that they called car legal and car legal said they're only required to give me the 5th page. Is that true?
That is correct.
Okay, so I can't ask for the whole document?
You can ask,
Okay.
but it's not required to give you the full BRBC form, only the the proof of compensation, which is the receipt part of the acknowledgement, which is the fourth page of the BRBC.
But why? What would be the reason not to give us other 4 pages? What would be the reason to not do it?
I don't know the reason behind it, but it's not required. And I've asked Car Legal too, and it's the same thing. The only thing you need to provide is just the last page of the buyer representation agreement. I don't know. Because there's additional language in there that talks about financials, you know, and all that stuff. And I think that's the reason behind it. Yeah. Cool. Awesome. Any final thoughts, questions regarding this? Was this pretty cool?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so let's give Mimio again a round of applause for winning the award. Awesome. All right, let's continue. Next slide. All right, just upcoming events. A quick reminder, we have our Ignite Capture Leads with open houses. Funny, awesome. That'll be tomorrow from 2 to 4 p.m. with Mr. Fred Howard. Next slide. And friendly reminder, tomorrow, guys, we have our gathering at the Slip Bar here in the city of Lomita. It is being sponsored by CMG, Fernando Diaz, appetizers and drinks from 4 to 6. Love to have you. And this is really what we were trying to accomplish, was just a gathering to introduce you to all the new agents that have joined from Beach Cities. So it's a great opportunity to just network. Everyone is welcome. So it's tomorrow at 4 to 6 in Lomita. Next slide. And Brandon asked me to really push this event, okay? Negotiations expert course. So this Friday, September 13th. So in lieu of this training, there will not be any contract class this Friday, okay? Because this is an all event. It's going to be here with all of the new changes. This is a great segue to really become really good in the skills of negotiations. Brandon is top-notch instructor, so he asked me to really push this and get as many bodies into the program, right? So become the negotiating expert your clients expect you to be, right? And this is the new landscape, and it's essential with all of the changes. So it's $99 special price. Scan it here. It's 2 days class coming. And also he provides you with a manual. It's the Certified Negotiation Specialist. Okay, so it's a new program that he added with all of the NAR changes. Okay, please take advantage of it. Next slide. Quick reminder, we always have our professional headshots with Cheyenne. If you're interested, it's $55, 10-minute session, 1 outfit, 1 location, 3 edits. She does amazing jobs. Look at that guy in the middle. Next slide. Reimagine Expo, free to all members on the 25th and the 26th. This is a great way to network. We got people from all over California coming to this event, and it's in our backyard in the city of Long Beach. Okay, so please register. You'll be able to get your name tag. You get to the convention, and if you're a car member, then it's it's completely free. The only thing you have to pay is obviously parking. So, all right, next slide. All right, and that concludes our team meeting. Thank you, everyone.